All right, getting ready to dive into something pretty electrifying today.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we're going deep on how to totally nail a battery assembler interview.
Awesome.
So if you're listening and maybe feeling that mix of excitement and nerves,
I know that feeling.
yeah, totally get it.
Sure.
But just imagine this. You could be building the batteries that'll be powering everything
Oh, yeah.
from electric cars
To those solar
that
grids?
everyone's talking about.
It's huge.
You'd be helping power the future.
Literally. And, the demand for battery assemblers, it's surging right now.
Pretty amazing, right?
It is. All these advancements in battery tech,
Yeah,
driving huge growth, electric vehicles, renewable
you
energy.
got it.
It's all connected.
Exactly. And to help everyone navigate all this, we've got some amazing insights
Oh, from where?
from RoleCatcher,
Nice.
their career guides, and their huge collection of interview questions.
Always helpful.
Oh, and I've got our expert here to break down what those interviewers are really looking for.
Decoding the interview mysteries.
That's it. Think of this as your battery assembler interview boot camp.
I like that boot camp. Yeah, let's equip everyone with what they need, knowledge, strategies to tackle those tough questions.
Exactly. And before we get to the actual questions,
Okay.
let's talk about RoleCatcher for a sec.
All right.
Have you checked out their AI tools?
I have.
They're pretty cool, right?
They're very impressive.
They can help analyze those job descriptions, the ones that can be kind of confusing sometimes,
Yeah.
and help you fine-tune your resume, your cover letter,
Oh, yeah.
to hit all the right keywords.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Yeah, because AI plays such a big role now in sorting through applications,
It's
right?
in every advantage you can get.
Absolutely, and that's where RoleCatcher really shines.
Yeah.
Their AI gives you personalized feedback, making sure your application really highlights those key skills,
It's the experience that really matters.
especially for this battery assembler role.
Like having a career coach in your pocket.
I love that. Okay, enough about applications. Let's get down to business.
The nitty-gritty.
What does a battery assembler actually do?
Think hands-on. You're welding, wiring, assembling those battery cells.
Oh, wow.
The heart of everything, smartphones, electric cars.
Yeah,
You're working with your hands.
it sounds so intricate.
It is. Precision is key.
I can imagine.
Tiny components, intricate wiring. You need a steady hand and a keen eye for detail.
Like an artist almost.
You could say that cutting-edge tech meets traditional craftsmanship.
It's really fascinating.
It is.
Okay, but we've got to be real. There are pros and cons to every job.
For sure.
What are we talking about here?
Well, on the plus side, it's stable, great potential for advancement.
Oh, yeah.
As you gain experience, you could specialize,
Like-
different types of batteries,
Oh, cool.
leadership roles, maybe even research and development.
Wow. And knowing you're contributing to these technologies that are shaping the future,
Yeah,
that's got to be a pretty awesome feeling.
it really is.
What about the downsides?
Well, it can be physically demanding.
Right.
You're often on your feet, lifting heavy components, sometimes working with hazardous materials.
True. Safety's got to be really important.
Absolutely paramount in this role.
Yeah. We'll definitely touch on safety stuff when we get to those interview questions.
Good plan.
But for now, let's face the music. Those interview questions that can be a little intimidating.
All right, let's break it down, demystify it all.
That's the plan.
We'll tackle the most common battery assembler interview questions, give you those insights, help you craft answers that really shine.
Love it. Okay, question number 1 from RoleCatcher's interview guide.
Hit me.
Can you explain your experience in battery assembly?
Okay, straightforward enough.
It seems that way, but what are they really trying to uncover here?
It's more than just a list of your past jobs. They want to understand the process itself.
Well,
Even if you haven't worked directly with battery assembly, think about related skills.
like what?
Electronics, soldering, wiring.
Right.
Have you ever followed detailed assembly instructions?
So even hobbies like building computers
Absolutely.
could be relevant.
Totally. It's about connecting the dots, showcasing those transferable skills.
What if someone listening has zero experience with electronics?
No problem. Focus on those universal skills.
Okay.
Attention to detail, manual dexterity, following procedures.
Got it.
Maybe you've worked on a production line, a role that required precision, quality control.
Right.
Think about tasks where you had to learn quickly, follow instructions carefully.
That makes sense.
It's about showing you can handle the work.
So, for instance, you could say something like, well, I haven't assembled batteries specifically. In my previous role as and then fill in the blank I was responsible for, and then talk about a task that shows relevant skills.
Yeah.
This involved, and then give a specific example that highlights those transferable skills.
Exactly. Connect the dots. Highlight those skills that show you can learn quickly and excel in that hands-on, detail-oriented environment.
I like that.
Make it clear you're the right fit.
Now, they might follow up with something like, "Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a problem during assembly?"
Oh, that's a good one. They're digging into problem solving there.
Okay,
Think of a specific example.
even if it's not from work.
Even if it's not, maybe you fixed a broken appliance, figured out why your bike wouldn't shift gears.
Oh, I see.
It's about showing you can think on your feet.
Okay, so we've tackled the first question.
On to the next.
Question number 2. Can you explain the tools and equipment used in battery assembly?
Time to show off that technical knowledge.
Right.
Exactly, but don't just name the tools.
Right.
Explain their functions, how they're used specifically in battery assembly.
Oh, okay.
This is your chance to show you've done your homework, you have a genuine interest in this field.
So, for instance, you could say, "I'm familiar with spot welders, which are used to create those precise welds on battery terminals, and crimping tools for securing wires to connectors."
That's a good start, but think about the different types of welding used in battery assembly. Laser welding, for example. For those super precise joints, you could even mention specialized equipment like vacuum chambers used in certain battery manufacturing processes.
Wow, that's getting pretty specific.
The more specific, the better. Shows you're not just reciting generic info. You really understand the tools and processes.
All right, on to question number 3. How do you ensure the quality of the batteries you assemble?
Quality control, big deal in any manufacturing process.
Huge.
They want to know you understand the importance of precision, attention to detail, adherence to procedures.
Got it.
So it's not enough to just say, I'm a perfectionist.
Right.
Give them more. Tell them about your systematic approach to quality control.
Okay.
Talk about the steps you take to ensure each component meets specifications.
So you could say something like, "I meticulously inspect each component before and after assembly, using a magnifying glass to check for even the smallest defects. I also use a multimeter to test the voltage and resistance of the battery to ensure it meets the required standards."
Perfect. You've highlighted specific tools and techniques. You're painting a picture of someone who's meticulous, understands precision.
I like it.
Now, they might follow up with something like, what would you do if you discovered a defective component during assembly?
That's a good one. Testing how you handle those unexpected challenges.
Exactly. Think about how you would isolate the faulty component, document the issue, follow the proper procedures for reporting or replacing it.
And maybe even mention communicating with a team to prevent similar defects in the future.
Absolutely. Show them you're a team player, you care about quality across the board.
Okay, moving on to question number 4. How do you manage your time when assembling batteries?
Time management applies to every job, but especially in a fast-paced manufacturing environment. Efficiency, prioritization, meeting deadlines without sacrificing quality.
That's a lot to juggle.
It is. They want to know you can handle the pressure of a production environment, still deliver consistent results.
So what's the key to impressing them with your time management skills?
Specificity. Don't just say, I'm good at managing my time.
Right.
Give them concrete examples. Describe your process for breaking down complex tasks into smaller steps.
Okay.
Show them you have a system.
So you could say, when assembling a battery pack, I prioritize tasks based on complexity and deadlines. I start with the most critical or time-sensitive components, ensuring they are assembled correctly and tested before moving on to less critical parts. I also use a timer to track my progress and ensure I'm staying on schedule.
There you go. Structured approach to time management. You've broken it down, prioritized effectively.
Not going to be impressed.
Now, they might challenge you with a follow-up.
Okay.
Something like, tell me about a time you faced a tight deadline and how you managed to meet it.
A classic.
Be prepared to share a specific anecdote.
Okay.
Highlight your ability to handle pressure, deliver results.
Real-world scenarios.
Exactly. Make it relatable.
Okay, on to question number 5. Have you worked with battery chemistries other than lithium-ion?
This is your chance to showcase your knowledge.
Of the battery industry.
Exactly. The industry's always evolving. New chemistries are popping up all the time.
So they want to see if you're keeping up.
Right. And if you're adaptable, can learn new techniques.
Got it.
If you have worked with other chemistries, describe the types of batteries you've assembled.
Okay.
The specific challenges, how you adapted your skills.
That makes sense.
Show them you're versatile.
Okay, what if someone listening has only ever worked with lithium-ion batteries?
No worries. Use this to showcase your eagerness to learn.
No.
You could say something like, While my primary experience is with lithium-ion batteries, I'm fascinated by the advancements in other chemistries, such as sodium-ion batteries and solid-state batteries. I'm actively researching these technologies, and I'm confident in my ability to learn new assembly techniques quickly.
Turn a potential weakness into a strength.
Exactly. Show them you're proactive, you're a lifelong learner.
Okay, let's move on to question number 6. How do you handle hazardous materials in battery assembly?
Safety first.
Big time.
They want to see that you understand the risks, take those safety protocols seriously.
For sure. So it's not just about saying, I follow all the rules.
Nope. Go beyond the basics, talk about specific safety measures.
Break what?
Wearing personal protective equipment, using proper ventilation systems, understanding those procedures for handling and disposing of hazardous materials.
So you could say something like, I always prioritize safety by wearing the appropriate PPE, including gloves, safety glasses, and a respirator when working with hazardous materials. I also make sure to follow the designated procedures for storing and disposing of chemicals, and I'm familiar with the location and operation of safety equipment like eye wash stations and emergency showers.
Excellent. You've shown them you understand safety protocols, you're proactive about protecting yourself and your colleagues.
And that you're taking it seriously.
Right. Now, they might dig a little deeper
Yeah,
with a
open.
question like, what would you do if you accidentally spilled a hazardous chemical?
Oh, that's a good one. Testing your quick thinking.
Exactly. Be prepared to explain the steps you'd take.
Okay.
Contain the spill, alert your supervisor, follow those established cleanup and decontamination procedures.
Makes sense.
You could even mention knowing where to find those material safety data sheets, the MSDS.
Oh, right.
Those provide detailed information on hazardous materials.
Okay, good to know.
Be prepared, be informed.
We're making good progress here.
We are.
On to question number 7. How do you troubleshoot battery assembly issues?
Problem solving, essential in any hands-on role.
Yeah, you're going to run into issues.
For sure, things don't always go according to plan.
So they want to know you can handle it.
They do. They want to see that critical thinking, that problem solving in action.
So how do we impress them with our troubleshooting skills?
Describe your process. How do you identify the source of the problem? Is it a faulty component, a loose connection, a procedural error? Once you've narrowed it down, explain how you systematically test potential solutions.
So you could say something like, when troubleshooting a battery assembly issue, I first try to isolate the problem. I check the connections, inspect the components, and review the assembly instructions to see if I've missed any steps. If the problem persists, I consult the troubleshooting guides or seek guidance from more experienced colleagues.
That's it. Logical approach. You're resourceful. You're willing to seek help when needed.
Not afraid to ask for help.
Exactly. Teamwork is key.
Okay, let's move on to question number 8. How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when assembling batteries?
This one seems similar to the hazardous materials question.
It does, but broader.
You're right. It's about a holistic approach to safety, going beyond just following the rules.
Creating a safe working environment for everyone.
You got it. Being proactive, observant.
Okay.
Talk about being aware of your surroundings, identifying potential hazards, communicating effectively with your team.
So, you could say something like, I believe that safety is everyone's responsibility. I'm always vigilant about maintaining a clean and organized workspace to prevent accidents. I also make sure to clearly communicate any potential hazards to my colleagues and confirm that everyone understands and follows safety protocols.
Now you're talking, you've shown commitment to a culture of safety. You're a leader.
It's about more than just yourself.
Exactly. Now they might ask a behavioral question.
Oh, like what?
Something like, tell me about a time when you noticed a safety hazard in the workplace. What did you do?
That's a classic one. Tests your initiative.
Be ready with a specific anecdote.
Showing that proactive approach to safety.
It's about action, not just words.
Okay, let's move on to question number 9. How do you maintain and calibrate battery assembly equipment?
Keeping those tools in tip-top shape.
Important.
Absolutely. Properly maintained equipment is crucial for safety and quality.
So they want to know you understand routine maintenance.
Yeah, and that you take responsibility for your tools.
Make
Start by emphasizing the importance of following the manufacturer's recommendations for cleaning, lubricating, and inspecting the equipment.
You could say something like, I understand that regular maintenance extends the life of the equipment and ensures accurate and safe operation. I always clean and lubricate the tools according to the manufacturer's guidelines, and I inspect them regularly for any signs of wear or damage.
Good, good. Now how do we take it to the next level?
Okay, what else?
Talk about calibration. Explain how you ensure the accuracy of the equipment you use.
Oh, right.
You could say, I'm familiar with the procedures for calibrating tools like torque wrenches to ensure the correct tightening force is applied during assembly. I understand the importance of using calibrated equipment to prevent damage to the battery components and to ensure the quality and safety of the final product.
That shows attention to detail, commitment to quality.
Exactly. You're meticulous. You care about the details.
Now, they might ask a follow-up, something like, what would you do if a piece of equipment malfunctioned?
Another safety question. They want to see you handle unexpected situations safely and responsibly.
So be prepared to explain how you'd stop using the equipment, report the issue, follow those procedures for repair or replacement.
Exactly. Safety always comes first.
All right, we're down to the last question. Have you implemented any process improvements in battery assembly?
This is your chance to shine.
Showcase my initiative.
Exactly. Problem solving, creativity, willingness to go above and beyond.
Let's improve things.
Efficiency, quality, safety, it's all connected.
So what kind of answer will really impress them?
If you've implemented process improvements before, share your success story.
Okay.
Be specific. Describe the problem, the solution, the positive impact.
For example.
You can say, in my previous role, I noticed that the battery terminals were prone to corrosion, leading to performance issues. I researched different sealant options and proposed implementing a new sealant application process after welding. This significantly reduced the corrosion rate and improved the overall quality and lifespan of the batteries.
That's a great example.
You're a problem solver, you take initiative, you make a positive impact.
What if you haven't had the chance to implement any major process improvements?
Focus on your mindset. Talk about your willingness to constantly evaluate processes. Look for ways to make things better.
So I could say, while I haven't had the opportunity to implement any formal process improvements yet, I'm always looking for ways to work more efficiently and safely. I'm constantly paying attention to the workflow and looking for potential bottlenecks or areas where we could streamline the process or reduce errors.
Perfect proactive mindset. You're not afraid to challenge the status quo.
And always looking for ways to improve.
Now, they might challenge you with a follow-up.
Okay, like what?
Something like, describe a time when you identified a potential process improvement but were unable to implement it. What did you learn from that experience?
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is, but it's about learning. Be prepared to discuss what you learned about the process, teamwork, navigating those organizational challenges.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But this is just the beginning.
Just the tip of the iceberg.
Before we dive into even more insights from RoleCatcher's Career Guide, let's take a quick break.
Sounds good. We'll be right back to help you power up your career journey. Welcome back, feeling energized, ready for more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good. We've covered a lot with those interview questions.
We have.
But now, let's zoom out a bit.
Okay.
Bigger picture. Your career as a battery assembler.
Right. It's not just about getting the job. It's about thriving in your career.
Exactly.
Reaching your full potential. So where can this role take you?
Well, that's the beauty of this field.
What is?
It's constantly evolving.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
As battery tech advances, new applications emerge. The demand for skilled professionals, it just keeps increasing.
So it's not just about staying in the same role forever.
Not at all. Multiple avenues for growth. You could specialize in a particular type of battery.
Like what?
Like those used in electric vehicles, aerospace applications.
I see. Becoming an expert, that would make you highly sought after.
Yeah, exactly. And you could move into leadership roles.
No.
Team lead, production supervisor, quality control manager.
Wow, so you could actually move into management from a hands-on assembly position.
Absolutely. As you gain experience, demonstrate leadership qualities.
Those opportunities open up.
For sure.
Okay, so we've got specialization, management tracks. What other paths are out there?
Don't forget about research and development.
Oh.
Battery tech keeps advancing. There's going to be a growing need for skilled professionals who can contribute to the design and development of new battery types, new assembly processes.
Wow, so you could go from assembling batteries to helping invent the batteries of the future.
You got it. Possibilities are endless, especially if you stay curious. Keep learning.
Speaking of learning, RoleCatcher's Career Guide really emphasizes continuous learning in this field.
It's crucial.
How can battery assemblers stay ahead of the curve?
Well, technology moves fast. Courses or workshops, latest battery tech, manufacturing processes, safety procedures.
Keep those skills sharp, knowledge up to date.
Exactly. And don't underestimate networking.
Right.
connecting with other professionals, industry events, professional organizations.
Exactly.
Expose you to new ideas, opportunities, mentors.
This ties in perfectly with some of those interview questions we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the one about different battery chemistries?
Have you worked with battery chemistries other than lithium-ion?
That's the one. It's not just about checking a box, right?
It's about showing you're aware of the bigger picture, the trends, the advancements.
And that you're eager to learn, adapt to those changes.
Exactly. Be a lifelong learner.
What about the question about process improvements?
Ah, yes. Have you implemented any process improvements in battery assembly?
That one, it's a gold mine for showcasing those career-building qualities.
Employers love to see that.
It's not about bragging.
No.
It's about demonstrating that you're proactive, a problem solver, always looking to make things better.
Qualities that will take you far, especially in a field like this one.
So dynamic. Okay, so we've woven in some career insights.
We have.
But I think we need to circle back to RoleCatcher for a minute.
Okay.
Remember, they're AI-powered tools for analyzing job descriptions, tailoring your resume, and cover letter.
Those tools can be a game changer.
Let's break it down. How can RoleCatcher help you specifically with those interview questions?
Well, imagine you're practicing your answers to those tricky questions, like troubleshooting. You can use RoleCatcher's AI to analyze your response.
Oh, wow.
Get feedback on how to improve it.
Like having a virtual interview coach.
Exactly. The AI can assess the clarity of your explanation, the relevance of your examples, even the tone of your voice.
So it can tell you if you're rambling.
It can, or if you're not using enough technical language.
That's incredible. It takes the guesswork out of interview prep.
Helps you focus on what matters most.
And it goes beyond just analyzing your words, right?
Right. RoleCatcher's AI can also assess your overall presentation.
Like what?
Body language, eye contact, during a mock interview.
Wow, so it's like having a whole team of career experts in your pocket.
You could say that. It's all about empowering you to be your best self in those interview situations.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, we've explored the role.
Delved into those essential interview questions.
Even looked at career paths.
And how to leverage AI for interview success.
It's all connected.
What are your final thoughts?
Well, I'd say the battery industry, it's incredibly dynamic, full of opportunity.
It does seem that way.
If you're passionate about technology, enjoy hands-on work, have a desire to contribute to a more sustainable future, this could be the perfect career path.
And remember, thorough preparation is key to landing that dream job.
Absolutely.
Use those interview questions as a springboard. Showcase your skills, your knowledge, your enthusiasm.
And don't forget the power of AI.
Right, RoleCatcher.
RoleCatcher's tools can be your secret weapon.
In crafting a standout application, acing that interview.
It's all within reach.
Great advice. Now, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
All right, I like questions.
What aspect of battery assembly excites you the most?
Oh, good one.
Is it the hands-on work? The challenge of building something complex and powerful? The impact you'll have on shaping a more sustainable future?
Let that excitement fuel your journey as you embark on this incredible career path.
It's all about finding that passion.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this electrifying deep dive into the world of battery assembly.
You're welcome.
We hope you feel inspired, ready to power up your career.
Good luck with your job search.
And we'll catch you on the next deep dive. All right, so as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of battery assemblers,
Okay.
I want to touch on one more thing.
What's that?
Your mindset.
Oh, that's huge.
It really is. Having the right mindset can make all the difference.
Absolutely. Not just in getting the job,
Right.
but in building a fulfilling career.
Exactly. So as you prepare for those interviews and imagine yourself in this role, what can you do to cultivate a mindset that will help you thrive?
Well, first and foremost, embrace curiosity. The battery industry is constantly evolving.
Always changing.
So a thirst for knowledge, a willingness to learn new things.
That's going to be essential.
Invaluable.
It's like you said earlier, technology in this field moves fast.
It does. So stay curious, read industry publications, attend webinars.
Right.
Never stop exploring new advancements.
Okay, curiosity, check. What else?
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Oh, good one.
Whether you're in an interview or on the job.
Yeah.
Asking questions shows that you're engaged, eager to learn.
You're not afraid to seek clarification.
Exactly. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask.
I like that.
Now, here's another one.
Okay.
Embrace challenges.
Oh, there will be challenges.
There will be times when things get tough.
I can imagine.
You encounter a complex assembly problem,
Yeah,
or you have to learn a new process quickly.
that's true in any job.
It is, but instead of getting discouraged,
View those challenges as opportunities for growth.
so reframe that frustration
Exactly.
into a learning experience.
Each challenge you overcome makes you a more skilled and resilient battery assembler.
You come out stronger on the other side.
And finally, don't forget to celebrate your successes.
Oh, I love that.
No matter how small.
It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day.
And forget to acknowledge our accomplishments.
Right.
Take the time to appreciate your progress. Acknowledge your hard work.
Celebrate those milestones.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Exactly. Now, remember that question we posed earlier?
Which one?
The one about what excites you most about battery assembly.
Oh, yeah, good question.
It really gets you thinking about the why.
The driving force.
As you move forward, keep that excitement, that passion at the forefront of your mind.
Let it fuel you.
It'll fuel your curiosity, help you persevere through challenges.
It will lead you to a fulfilling career.
It's like that spark that ignites your motivation.
I love that analogy. So as you go forward, remember to be curious, ask questions, embrace challenges,
Celebrate your successes.
and let your passion shine through.
You got it.
Those are some fantastic words of wisdom.
Thank you.
I think we've covered just about everything you need to know to power up your career as a battery assembler.
I think so too.
Thorough preparation is key.
Absolutely.
And don't forget those resources on RoleCatcher.
Especially those AI-powered tools.
They can give you a real edge.
They can.
Thanks for joining us on this electrifying deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you feel informed, inspired, and ready to embark on your battery assembler journey.
Good luck with your job search.
And we'll catch you on the next deep dive.